the topic of today's meeting was to discuss the relation between Nord Stream 2 and the EU's energy union. And of course, Nord Stream 2 strongly supports the key objectives of the energy union. The energy union has three main goals, which are energy security, affordability, and sustainability of energy supply. And by providing more capacity for supplying European consumers with gas, we will deliver an important contribution to the security of energy supply. Also, by putting more supplies on the market, we contribute to keeping gas prices in Europe affordable. And thirdly, as far as sustainability is concerned, cutting carbon emissions to attain the climate goals of the energy union will not be possible without using gas to substitute coal. Natural gas cuts 50% of the carbon emissions when substituted for coal in electricity production, and therefore it is important to have sufficient energy supply, gas supply for European consumers, and this is what Nord Stream 2 will be providing.
Well, I think it's very much how you think about the EU energy security conundrum. If you think about it in terms of geopolitics and molecules being a political weapon, then probably that's a debate to have, particularly when they come from Russia. But the way I think about those is, and the way I think about EU energy security in more general terms is about markets. So the way I think about this is to say, if we build markets, if we build them properly, if we make sure that the hardware is there, meaning the infrastructure, bringing gas to market, connecting markets within Europe, and if we apply the software properly, which is EU energy regulation, then we're in a very good position to make that work. In that case, Nord Stream 2 will not be a great problem. It will also not be a problem for individual countries because they will be connected to a larger pool, a gas market that's large enough to give everyone the supply security that they need.
The key thing for me is that when statements are made by the European Commission about Nord Stream 2, or for that matter any project, and they say that it is not in compliance with the energy union, my first thing as a lawyer is to say, okay, where is that concept defined in the law? The key thing is that energy union is not defined as a legal concept. It is actually a political aspiration or a political objectives. So what that means is that you can't really assess anything by reference to it, because in law, obviously, you can only assess something by reference to something that is in the law. So you can't assess something by reference to aspiration. So by mixing these two concepts, or by saying that something needs to be assessed by reference to a political aspiration, it immediately becomes a political exercise rather than a legal exercise. And that's really the crucial aspect, that if you start doing that, you politicize issues rather than resolving them through legal mechanism.
So we've got two questions to ask ourselves. The first one is whether we need to have more gas infrastructure in Europe if we are serious about energy efficiency and fighting climate change. If we succeed in improving energy efficiency, then we will continue to consume less gas in Europe, and therefore the economic rationale for any new gas pipeline is put into question. The second reason is whether we want to be united as Europeans when it comes to foreign policy and when it comes to making deals and agreements with other countries. If we are, then we need to have an EU-Russia dialogue on our relation linked to energy and also linked to gas. So it is way beyond Nord Stream 2, but it is a discussion we must have if we want to re-establish good relations between the EU and Russia.